Okay, this is Charlene. We're going to find the x and y intercepts of this equation. So we first want to look at the x-intercept and think about it for just a second. If we want an x-intercept, that means that the y value will be 0. So it will be a number in the x position, that's going to be the x-intercept, and it will be a 0 in the y position, x and y. And also when we consider the y-intercept, this means that the x value will be 0. That means that there will be a 0 in the x position, and there will be a number in the y position, which will be the y-intercept. So that's how we're actually going to solve that. We're going to literally solve this by assuming that the y value is 0. So if I go ahead and work that out, so 5 halves x plus y equal to 0, well 0 times 5, 6 will just give me 0. And then that's going to be equal to 6. So then I go about trying to separate the 5 halves from the x. They are being multiplied. Well, how do I undo a fraction that's being multiplied? Well, I multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. So the reciprocal is going to be 2/5. Let's say 2/5. And that will cancel with this, and on this side I'll also multiply by the reciprocal. So that means that my x is actually still there. I actually drew that line through the x, but that's not accurate. I need to just cancel out the 2. 2/5 and 5 halves cancels out. So I'm left with that x, and then that x is going to be equal to 6 times 2, which is 12/5. Okay, so that is going to be my x-intercept. Well, if I want to find out what that is, makes it easier for me to graph it, I can pull up my handy-dandy calculator and do 12 divided by 5, and that would give me 2.4. So that means my x-intercept is going to be about 2.4. So there's 1, 2, 2, about right there. Let's see, let's change that color. Let's make that 2.4 is about right there. Okay, so then let's go ahead and consider the y-intercept. Again, we're going to solve it, and we're going to assume that the x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. 0 times 5 halves is just 0. So then it's plus 5/6. Y is equal to 6. And like I said, the 0 just is of no consequence, but how do I get rid of the 5/6 that's being multiplied times the y? Well, I'm going to multiply on both sides by the reciprocal of that fraction. So the reciprocal is 6/5. Okay, so these two fractions will cancel each other out, and I'm left with y is equal to 6 times 6 is 36 divided by 5. And again, to make it easier for me to graph, I can pull up my handy-dandy calculator, figure out that 36 divided by 5 is 7.2. So that is going to be, let's see, we said that this was, I didn't write this over here, that's actually equal to 2.4. That makes it easier for me to graph. And over here, this is going to be equal to, what did I say? 7.2. So 7.2. That makes it easier to graph. So y equal to 7.2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.2, approximately right there. So I can draw that graph. Let's see. So I can connect these two right here. And that would be the way that my line would look. Let me stretch that out a little bit here. Can I do that? Yes. There we go. Stretch it out a little bit so we can see it's going through those 2 points. Like I said, this is my y-intercept. This is my x-intercept. But the way that I want to actually write these points down here, the x-intercept will be a number. And I said that my number was 12/5. 12/5, 0. And my y-intercept is going to be a 0 in the x position, and I said that my y-intercept was 36/5. Okay, so this is the x-intercept, and this is the y-intercept. And this is what my graph looks like when I can graph my line once I have those two intercepts. All I do is graph the intercepts right here and then draw a line between them two. All you need are 2 points to graph a line. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and come back soon. Click the subscribe button, click the like button, and we'll see you next time.